All right, today we're going to talk about John Smith and the Crackdown. And I know that he's known for his low single, but his high crotch was legendary, and he is awesome. He is, for those of you that don't know, he is a world champion, a national champion, Olympic champion. The guy has more medals than he knows what to do with. I'm sure he has a storage bin full of them. He's the head wrestling coach at Oklahoma State, and the guy knows wrestling. So let's get into this high crotch, and notice what he's going to do is just windshield wiper this right leg, and then he's going to go into a crackdown position. Now, when you get into a crackdown, look how his butt's down right here, and notice how his shoulder went below, in where his neck is actually in touching the leg. So you don't want your shoulder to come through. And let me just show you, here's Yanni and Sasso, and they are experts at the crackdown position. And number one, here's Sasso. He's got a crotch lock, and you don't want to let him do that. So that's number one. And number two, you don't want to let your shoulder come through. So these two things are extremely important for understanding the crackdown. And so that's what John Smith is showing here, that he's like, number one, I want to get my shoulder so it doesn't pop through. I want to have my neck tight, and I'm going to use this leg to drive him to put him to his hip. And, we talk about that all the time. It's not a sin to go to your hip. It's a sin, to stay there. And obviously, John Smith knows that we want to put him to his hip, and we want him to stay there. So just once again, just a technique, windshield wiper, and then we're level changing down. We're going to drive off that left leg and get our neck tight right here. So when he drives, look how tight his neck is right here to this leg. And then he's going to drive and put him on his butt. So let's see the man doing it. Okay, so this is John Smith, and he is awesome. And look at that. I mean, the high crotch is something that, he is an expert at it. It's so awesome. And you can see that, there he is getting the crackdown. See how he's dipping? It's good stuff. So let's go to some of his other wrestlers. So this is Chris Pendleton, and he's a national champion. And John Smith showed him this, but he's actually so good at this crackdown position that he's making videos on it. And main reason that I came here is because I want you guys to watch these videos, because a different guy showing it with different perspective is extremely important. So make sure that you're watching both of these videos, and it's definitely going to help you. And here's Chris Pendleton right here, and he's this is in the NCAA championships. Here he's in a crackdown, and he's doing exactly what he's talking about. So not letting him get a crotch lock, and not letting his shoulder pass through. The last thing that I want to show you guys is that this can really turn into a dangerous move. Do you see what Coach Smith is doing? Once he gets him here, you can come up and attack that head, and then you have a low leg cradle. And let's watch one of his wrestlers doing that. So this is Coleman Scott. He's in the NCAA finals, and he gets into a crackdown. He does the technique perfect. Look, he grabs that head. He's in a low leg now. And, once you get a low leg cradle, and we've talked about this before, it's deadly. And you can see that he gets the pin, He wins the national championship. He goes nuts, and he's like, Coach Smith, thank you for showing me that move. And it's awesome. So should you guys try the Crackdown out? Yeah, John Smith is showing it, and he did it when he was wrestling live. His wrestlers are doing it that are national champions, and Coleman Scott pinned his opponent in the national finals to become a national champion with this move. I suggest you play around with it. So check these videos out and have a great day.